I'm not bad. How are you?
Well, I'm not bad, but I had a bit of bad news last couple of days.
Oh, what's happened?
Well, let's put it at this. There's a few arseholes out there. Stop twitching for a spell.
Right.
I've had a knockback on me jam roll, me parole,
Yeah.
until at least next year.
And what's the reasoning behind that?
Now, I was expecting to be home for Christmas. I've done everything I possibly can. My legal team's done everything they possibly can. Everything's sweet as a nut. I've been boxing clever, behaving myself for a couple of years now, as you know. And they've now pulled out the bag, considering it's going to be a public parole hearing, the first one of its kind. They can't yet decide whether to allow the public into the prison or allow me into a courtroom outside, and they can't decide what they're going to do. And apparently it's got to go through the House of Lords. It's got to be a new law that we're entitled to a public hearing. Now, they could have said all this fucking last year. You with me?
Yeah.
So what they're doing, they're playing games, mate. That's all it is. I expect it. It is what it is. I'm not getting out this year. That's 100%. So I've just got to wait now patiently to next year. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But what they're doing now, Steve, they're just sucking my life away, mate, for no reason.
Yeah, it's.
And what really does wind me up, a few weeks ago they let that pitchfork out. You know, he's younger than me. He ain't done as long as me. He's out there. He's raped 2 young girls and murdered them. And he's out there and I'm in here.
Yeah, it's not right, is it?
It's not right, mate. It's just not right. I'm no danger to the public. I never fucking have been. My dangerousness was in prison against these people. But I've learnt my lesson. I've got my head down. And it still don't work, mate. They're still playing their fucking games.
Can you get an appeal against this, or is it just got to? Is it a case of sitting tight and
there's
wait?
no appeal against it because the law ain't made yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're hanging back, mate. They're just hanging back. It probably won't be till later next year.
Wow.
That's how they work, these people.
If it wasn't going to be a public hearing, would it have been quicker?
Oh, if it wouldn't have been a public hearing, I'd have had it by now. I'd have had it, and they'd have swept it all under the mat, like they have done for the last 40 fucking years, and I'd have lost again. And the only reason I'm having a public hearing is so the public can see what treacherous, evil people they are.
You must
They're
feel.
keeping me locked up for one reason and one reason only: victimisation, persecution. They don't want me to get out, Steve. And I'll put my hand up. I'll put my hand up now. I probably deserved 30 years of my life locked up. I probably deserved it. But I don't deserve fucking all this time, do I?
No.
And like I say, what have I done? What have I done serious in the last 10 years?
Nothing.
To warrant me even being in prison?
Nothing.
No, absolute nothing. And if they want to bring that Leeds trial up, well, I've got to not guilty on that so they can stuff that right up their arses, mate.
Yeah.
You know, it's wrong. It's wrong. There's no justice, mate. And what they're doing, they're keeping me locked in to make an example of other people. Say, oh, behave yourself. You don't want to go down the road to Charlie's. You'll never get out. You'll die in prison. And this is what these fuckers want. They want me to die, mate. I'm 70 next year, Steve.
Yeah.
70 years old, all right? I'm the fittest, strongest 70-year-old man on the planet. I'm the only man alive that can make a fucking onion cry. But at the end of the day, all sweet, mate. I'm boxing on, rocking and rolling, and God willing, it'll be sooner rather than later next year. I'll win and walk out.
Fingers crossed, brother. Fingers crossed.
It's all you can do, mate. It's all you can do. Really is. I'm out on the yard, still doing me fucking press-ups, me sit-ups, me squats, and me step-ups, and me pull-ups. I do that 6 days a week. I'm on a good diet. The food ain't that bad here. So, all in all, I'm just treading ice, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Fingers
But
crossed.
it's a bloody liberty, mate.
It is, and hopefully there'll be a resolve to this in 2022.
Yeah. If my name was Charlie Smith or Billy Bloggs, I'd have been out 10 years ago, mate.
True.
And like I say, I'm not crying. I deserve everything I fucking had. I deserve it all. The body belts, the straight jackets, the injections, the good hidings. I've deserved it all. But 30 years, I think, is enough. I'm now coming up to 46 years, mate.
And as you say, when people like Pitchfork are getting released,
I can't believe it, mate.
It's
I just
crazy.
can't believe it. How anybody could let a monster like him out.
yeah,
He's 61 now. He's 61 years old. He's still fit, still strong. He's a danger, mate, to every child that's walking the streets.
yeah,
And touch wood, God willing, it don't happen, but if he does anything else out there towards children, the parents should sue the prison services arses, mate, for giving him parole in the first place.
Just getting back to your parole, when this hearing does happen, which would you prefer? Would you prefer to be in court, or would you prefer for people to visit you in prison?
In court, because as a normal person, I'm in court. People can see me. People can hear me. I don't really want it in prison because there's going to be silly rules. Oh, he can't come in. He can come in. And with me being Cat A, you know, they don't want people to come into prison to see me.
Yeah.
But they can't stop it now. Once this law's made, they just can't stop it. The media are allowed in. The public are allowed in. Friends that I've never seen for the last 30 years will be allowed in. And the truth is, they're frightened, mate. They're frightened of the truth. And the truth is coming out, mate, on my jam roll. It's coming out. I'm going to expose them. I'm going to expose this system for what it is. Now, the likes of Pitchfork, he spent 30 years locked up. But he's a model prisoner. Because there's no children to abuse or murder in prison. And he hasn't got the bottle or the arsehole to have a fucking rumble with a geezer. You with me?
Yeah.
So all these reports are goody-goody. He's the T-boy to the screws and the governors. And they're all doing nice reports on him. What a lovely man this is. He's changed. Whereas someone like me, I'm never going to go down that fucking road. I don't want to be anybody's pet. You with me?
Yeah.
When I get out of prison, I want to walk out of prison. Walk out a man. He's crawled out like a fucking worm, what he is. And it's every week it's happening. Pick the papers up.
Yeah.
Look at it. Research it. They're letting these monsters out every day.
I've asked you in the past, are you prepared if the result goes your way? Are you prepared if the result doesn't go your way with regards to parole?
Oh, bloody hell, Steve. If I lose this case, right, I'm looking at another 10 years inside, mate. I'm going to be 80. What's the fucking point of getting out of prison when you're 80? Mm-hmm. You with me?
Yeah.
You know, no, I can't see it, mate. It'll be cruel, it'll be unkind, it'll be unfair, it'll be unjust. They've got to start treating me as what I am now, not what I was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I've not had an hostage for, 15 years? I've not been on a prison roof for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to go back to the past. I'm looking at the future. I was really looking forward to having a Christmas dinner with my mother this year.
How do you feel that it could be that although things don't work out for you, you may win the case of you may win the case for public hearings, but your legacy ends up being you changed the law. A bit like Alan Lord in Strange Ways.
Yeah.
You know, when the Strange Ways riot happened, Charlie,
Yeah.
Alan Lord and the guys who went on the roof and caused mayhem and millions of pounds worth of damage, they did change the laws for the better for the prisoners. Your case here could end up being a similar kind of case in the sense that...
Very similar. But you've got to remember, Steve, there's a lot of people in prison who wouldn't want a public parole hearing. And the reason they wouldn't want it is because they wouldn't want their past to come out in the public.
Yeah.
You know, they might be rapists or child killers or classes or whatever they are.
But that's more beneficial for the
public hearing.
Surely.
I fucking do, because for the last 25, 30 years, all my paroles have been swept under the carpet. People ain't hearing the truth. They're hearing one side. Charlie's an animal. Charlie's an animal. You can't let him out. He killed people. Well, I ain't killed anyone in nearly 70 years. I'm not going to start now, am I?
No.
You know, I love people. I love life. You know what my dream is, Steve? I want to get a little cottage, mate. Call it Rainbow Cottage. Get a couple of dogs, do me art and settle down.
Yeah.
I'm not a gangster. I don't want to be a gangster. I don't want to associate with fucking criminals. I've had enough of it. I just want a bit of peace and quiet, do me art, do a little bit of charity work, help a few young people going down the wrong side of the fucking path, and just be happy. That's all I am now. I'm a happy soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it could end up me rotting away in prison and dying of a very old man.
Yeah. And that would be a
me head goes again, they'll probably fucking kill me, mate.
That would be tragic.
Well, it would be tragic, but I suppose I'd be free, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of being locked up, mate.
I think that's what happens as you get older as well, though,
Yeah,
Charlie.
it does, mate. It does. And, you know, I'm as fit as a butcher's dog now, but as you get older, things happen, don't it? Things can happen. You know, you can get a disease, your heart might weaken or whatever. And that's what they're praying that's going to happen to me. They want me in a hospital bed with tubes all in me, at total control.
Yeah.
They're still fucking frightened of me, mate.
Yeah. Do you regret...
And they've got reason to be for what they've done to me over these decades.
Last question. Do you regret this life that you ended up on?
Nah, I don't regret not one day of my life, Steve, because I go to bed every night with a smile on my face. I'm a happy soul. Even though I hate prison and what it stands for, they've not beaten me in all these decades. They've not beaten me. They never will beat me. And I'd sooner fucking die, mate. I'd die tonight rather than get on my knees to these people. I'm never going to beg for my freedom, mate. All I want is a bit of justice, a bit of fairness, and let me out.
Well, let's hope that justice prevails in 2022, Charlie.
Well, I hope it does, I really do, but I've got that strange doubt now and that feeling that they don't want me out, mate. That is my gut feeling, you know.
Yeah.
That is my gut feeling. It don't make me sad, it just makes me more angry.
Yeah.
And there's not, like I say, there's not a week goes by you don't look at a paper or the TV or the radio news. They're letting all sorts of monsters out there, mate.
Yeah. 100%.
They'll be letting that fucking Rose West out next.
Good to speak to you, mate.
Listen, all good. Catch you later. And as soon as this fucking COVID shit finishes, we get a visit in, mate.
Take care, mate. God bless you.
Gracias, senor. Respect.